Hi guys, I'm Carrizo, writer for Esports Driven, and today I'm joined by Enrico, coach by Dsyre. How are you, Enrico?
Hello, hello.
So thank you for agreeing to do the interview, Enrico. It's a pleasure to talking to you. So my first question to would be, how did you get into the esports world?
Yeah, to the esport, we go back to Overwatch because my background is Overwatch, but real low tier.
Mm-hmm.
Because my friend start to coach to follow a team. It was amateur, so nothing professional. But he doesn't have time. He didn't have time for continue to follow the team, and he asked me, "I know you have experience as a football coach. So what do you think about start to follow these players? Nothing hard, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they didn't expect a lot of strat, a lot of stuff. Just do something for in your free time." And I was thinking, well, I never did that something like this, but it's it's something strange. I want to do it. Why
Yeah.
not? I did 8 years of football coach, and why not? Why? Maybe this is interesting to me. So okay, I started, and after Overwatch, it's time to Valorant because we are in June. There is the
The
we were in
lockdown. Yeah.
lockdown, yeah, and I literally spent a lot of hours playing Valorant, watching Valorant because to me it was totally new. The system of the 5v5 with the T side and city side, it was totally different. And I was thinking, okay, it's really interesting. The coach, the coach, the job of the coach.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to continue, and I start to follow some team around Europe, but it was a mix more.
Mm-hmm.
So I started in the Overwatch, but I can definitely say I start to enter in esport in Valorant. So in the beta of Valorant.
So and like, why did you choose to become a Valorant coach? Like you had some past as a football coach, right? But did that
Yes.
just led to you becoming a natural Valorant coach? It's just like a natural thing for you.
But for sure, there is something that helped me, like the experience um, of course, it's different because one is football, the other is esport. But
Mm-hmm.
there is, if there is some potential, or if there is something that is missing, like why you didn't do this rotation, why we had this reaction. To me, it was natural, was not easy, but of course, I can see different mistakes because also in the football coach there was different mistakes, and yeah, it was a little bit the same, more or less the same.
So, and like, can you talk a little bit about your part in Valorant before joining Dsyre?
Before join, yeah, because I joined Desired officially at the ending of June. Sorry, at the ending of this December, starting January.
Mm-hmm.
Before I was coach, I was the head coach for Futbolist, a Turkish team, and I really like tell when someone asks me what's your background in Valorant, how did you start? I started in the last days of May because before I was of course not I wasn't paid. It was not professional at
Mm-hmm.
all. So I was close to quit Valorant because if I don't receive money, if I can't receive money, why should I continue?
Sure.
But I really like the organization. A footballist contacted me. Sorry, I contacted footballist because I saw they were looking for a coach, and I tried to. I started the trial. It was everything good because when you move from a level, and after you move to a different level of the professional, was totally it's totally different,
Mm-hmm.
totally different. And I really fell in love with them because the organization was perfect. The players, there is a lot of also the behavior was they were really professional, and the whole the chemistry also. I really like the word. So before Desire, I joined in Footballist, and I can definitely say yeah, in footballist, I started my professional career.
So there are a lot of people that are not familiarized like with the coach position, like what is the job of a coach, etc. Like, uh, can you describe like how is your work to like your day to day, how your work routine works? Like, what is like the job of a Valorant coach in your opinion?
uh, Probably every single coach will say a different have will have a different viewpoint
Mm-hmm.
because someone prefer give priority to the chemistry, to the relationship, to build some relationship. Other maybe are more methodical, and it's totally different because in every team you will play, you will talk with humans, so everything can change. I remember at the beginning I was not like a robot, but I was
Mm-hmm.
super methodical, super focused on the in stuff Valorant. But after yeah, I realized to maybe I don't need to play like to coach like a robot. I should start to understand better the players. Not gonna lie, I must still find the balance because it's not
Sure.
easy. Probably this is my biggest weakness. Mm, I'm too much focused on the setup, and I don't give priority to the relationship with the players. But I'm working with on this point, and yeah, also the players help me a lot because when you have to work alone, to play alone,
Yeah.
you don't have a constant feedback. But now with the players, with every different players, I can definitely say I'm start also to build up this point.
And like when do you like at what time do you wake up? Like do you go to scrims, etc. How do you does like your day look like your
I
normal day?
yeah, I start I wake up at 8, 8:30. It depends. After I go to the gym because it's a really important part of my routine. I need to spend my stress. I need to to feel myself fine with my body, with my mental, and I think the gym helped me a lot and will help me a lot. Also, we start to scream usually around 2. In other days, we start around 11 with the offline. So it's up also to the place because maybe someone has some issues,
Yeah.
you can join early. But yeah, usually we start with some 1 or 2 hour of VOD review offline. We discuss about what is good, what was right in the last scrim, in the scrim of the day before, and now we start to have a scrim. Usually, we do a 2+2, so 2 hours, 1 hour of break offline, VOD review, 1 hour of stop, and after other 2 or 3 hours of scrim. And this is the routine of the I'm building now. I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
now.
And like, how do you prepare for opponents in general? Like, do you have a specific preparation method depending on the teams and their playstyle?
Yes, not gonna lie, my background was versus a top tier team in Europe because with footballists we played the last chance qualifier.
Yeah.
So I was thinking when also for prepare for the Viral Dutch, I was thinking, okay, I need to study to scout the enemy, study their default, understand their play style. But definitely no, because right now we are a new team and we can't spend the focus on study the enemy, try to counter strat if we don't have a clear plan. If we are not clean in our rotation communication, why we should focus on counter the enemy?
Sure.
It will be a double mistake, and definitely no. So I right now I totally drop the focus of counter study the enemy because I won't spend also the analyst. I have an analyst who helps me, and I told him right now you must be more assistant coach than
Mm-hmm.
analyst because we must work on our stuff. After we can go to study the opponent.
Right. Like, how is it to work with this group of players? Like, you've been in the team. The team has been together for like 2 to 3 months, right? And so far, how has it been to work with the players?
Of course, at the beginning, but I think like also in every mix, there is everyone are on the right point. There is the perfect mood. There is everything because there is nothing set up, nothing ready. They play on the fly, so it's mainly there is a lot of freedom around. But I think in the long run. You can't play with this type of freedom. You should start to play more like a team for combo abilities, for have a solid team play. And so to me, I can say at the beginning it was fine because we have not set up it and we our mood was really on point. Not only the mood but also our performance.
Mm-hmm.
After there was a downgrade because we started to try to not to force but we started to play like a team. We started to have one review, uh, try some execution, something like this, and of course after the performance we receive a downgrade,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm expecting the long run we go back with the better performance and with a solid game plan. So yeah, the beginning the team was everything was on point because there was nothing to play on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty sure in the split two everything will be on point because there is a solid base.
Sure. And like, uh, what are some of the things like the intangibles like each player brings to the team in your opinion that are really important for you to find success and like win tournaments in the long run?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Like, what are some of the things like that each player brings to the team that you think are really important?
Oh, okay. For sure. Yeah, I think yes. What I give really a lot of priority is the personality of the player, and I mean how this player can help the rest of the teammates,
Mm-hmm.
how this player can, what is his impact in the team? Is he someone who does he talk or no? Uh, because for example we have a player I remember at the beginning of the tryout we tried Maru.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good on really on point with the skill mechanical and everything, but I saw he stayed by himself. He didn't talk he didn't give any input in the mid round, in the round. After I tried to talk with him because it was a waste to me. It was a shame to me. Don't confirm this player only because he doesn't give any input. And we tried together to work on it. And now I can definitely say he's a complete player 100% because. We found the gap and he started to work on this gap. So for sure, give some input, help the team is something that I really appreciate. I really want. I'm looking for in a player. Also the input. For input, I mean if someone of the players, not the AGL, but the rest of the players has an idea about a setup or something, I want to hear this idea. We can try in the official in the scrim if you have an idea why you shouldn't
Yeah.
follow up this idea, why we as team or me as coach we shouldn't trust your idea. You are part of the team.
Mm-hmm.
We want to give to you the freedom of talk. If it's wrong, we talk in one review. It happened. We lost one round. GG.
Sure. And like you said, like you've been together for 2 3 months, right?
Yeah.
How do you think you guys have been progressing as a team? Are you happy like with the progress that the team has been showing in the couple last months?
If we look only the results we have, I can't say I'm happy because we had a poor performance on the Viral. We didn't expect to reach the fifth position.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, we have to consider there was a roster change of the last minute, and we were not ready. We didn't expect. this change. So to my side, I'm not happy, but I'm half satisfied. I'm disappointed about the individual play because I can see there is the reaction from every player to show to me and to show to also to the viewers of the
Mhm.
Viral Dutch they can compete at this level. They can show they're good.
So, like you said, you had a last minute roster change, right? Turco leaving the team, uh, really close to the start of the VLR. Like, how did that impact the team?
About the mood, didn't. There was no any impact because we had really a good replacement. 10K was the join us in the last seconds, but at the same time, I think the players, the mood, the experience, everything he bring to us, he bring to us was fine, was on point. For sure, mechanically, Turco is something. Is a aim god. Is a clutch master. Is I think is a player that every coach would like to have in their roster. But at the same time, an experience and a chill mood like 10K is something that probably at the beginning of the when you want to build a roster, you have to consider also the mental impact 10K player can give to you. How much 10K can help you in the out of the game, not in the kills or in the
Yeah.
assist, but in all everything is out of the game.
So, like you said, 10K came to replace Turco, right? Like, what is it like that he showed you, the players, and the rest of the staff that like really convinced you that he was the right choice to complete the roster?
Okay, not gonna lie, but I think I told also to 10K. We didn't have a lot of time for
Mm-hmm.
try different players because we literally had 2 days. I think 2 days because the remaining days, Masser and Bipo went to went to Berlin
Mm-hmm.
in German for preparing the media day about the Viral, and this mean I was forced to have at least 2 days off. So we tried only 10K. We tried only him, and the list was not long.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not long because all the good players were already senior, and I really don't know why 10K was not senior. Honestly, so I really like him as player, like as person. So I remember different players say to me, Sytu, Tank is on point, is fine. But at that time, I told them, okay, I'm nothing more. But after I realized, okay, maybe we need a player, a flex if possible, but it's not a must. Every player can be fine. Uh, Give me a list. Okay, there is 10K. Stop. Definitely stop because no, we had older two players, but both were already close to get signed by
Mhm.
the org, and the decision was between an experienced player like 10K and or a bet or some under name, sorry, under a no name,
Mhm.
and we decided for the solid performance, for the experience at least for 10K.
Sure. And Enrico, how would you like to evaluate your performance in the Dutch VLR? Obviously, you said you are not that happy, right? But in general, how would you say like the league went for you guys?
Well, the best of two, honestly, is not the best format, but from this side, we were lucky. We are lucky because there was different VRL where the format was horrible in my opinion.
Best
So
of
the best
one.
of two. I didn't. I say nothing. No, the best of two is fine because you have the chance to show what you are able to do in your map, and at the same time you are forced to play the best map of the enemy.
Mhm.
So we started with different 1-1. We could win, we could lose. it doesn't matter, but the problem started at the ending because in general we won versus Mouse, and honestly that performance was really good. But in in the other ends, we lost versus with full respect, but I don't think the last two teams, mainly Ovation, uh, they deserve to win for sure in that match, but on the paper we were better to my in
Hmm.
my opinion. So yeah, there was some high, some low, but in general I'm not satisfied because my standard were are higher.
And like, do you prefer? Would you prefer like to have like a best of three um system for the next season? Because like that's probably the fairest season, right?
Yeah, probably yes, because the best of one is too much randomly.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe as you said also in the Spain there is the best of one, and I'm pretty sure team like Heretics, if they have a chance to play at least two or three maps, for sure the result was different in the leaderboard. Maybe not full different, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure some teams have more chance to show what is their potential around in Valorant in the VRL. So yeah, maybe I prefer the best of three. Yeah, definitely.
And what do you think is going like to? What do you think like you will need to improve or fix like in order to not only make playoffs for the next season but also like aim and be like a title contender?
Yeah, not gonna lie, the goal or what I want to reach for the next for the upcoming split is the number one.
Mm-hmm.
I want definitely the number one, and the main problem is the mental. And for mental, I'm not saying we tilt, we start the range, nothing like that. But I can definitely feel the difference between when there is a clean conversation, communication in the game, and when we were not on point, we over communicate. There is
Mm-hmm.
a lot of chaos. We don't understand what is the plan at the beginning of the round, T side or city side. So yeah, for sure, this is the first point we have to fix the communication. I want a clean communication, and after if we lose, even if we have a clean communication, okay, I can accept it's my fault. It's definitely our fault, and the opponent deserve to win.
Mm-hmm.
But if we lose a match like versus Ovation, where we had no clean communication, also versus Focus, our communication was horrible. um, I don't accept. I accept to lose because it's our fault, not because the opponent deserve. For sure, their mental was strong, but we had them a lot with un- unclean communication.
Mm-hmm. Like, who do you think is going to win the Dash VLR and why?
I really hope Mouse because I told you I had a tourney around Europe with different team, and in this in one of this team I met Valorant and Amilwa. I
Mm-hmm.
was their coach, and I remember we spent a lot of time together. Also after the scrim, we stayed in TeamSpeak for talk about for chilling together. So there was really a good mood. So I really hope together they will win they win the viral. Also because I think they have a lot of chance to win, honestly. So yeah, I would like Mouse.
So, still on the VLR topics, like, do you think there's a team or multiple teams that will have a great chance to make it into challengers and like win the promotion tournament?
Oh, right now of the top four,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I don't know because if we compare to the other viral, this means our Dutch team should win. The champions of the Dutch should win versus uh, the other champions. I don't think right now because if you consider there is or Tenstar or Alias, but really a big name in a viral. In the other there is what's the name? OG. I really like how OG played. Also, Koi, I think
Hmm.
they're still. I don't think, honestly, right now the level of the Viral Dutch can bring a lot of satisfaction after the final, of course.
And do you think, like you said, maybe a team like Alliance or OG, like can have a good performance in the promotion tournament, maybe like even beating big or supermassive and going to challengers?
Alliance for sure, yes, because individually they are every player is a beast individually, and I would like also to see OG because in another team of my tourney there was I met Bambino, the analyst of
Yeah, yeah.
OG. Is really a kind of person, and I would like I hope the best for him, honestly. So I would like to see OG try to compete at least for a spot in the Pro League.
And how would you like to describe your team game style?
This is a problem, but I explain you why. My game plan is not solid, but is clear.
Mhm,
I say to the player what I would like, but after 2 matches of the Viral, we understand we can't play like this. Just because there is we expect the enemy have a reaction or do something, but in different matches there was the enemy play static. So when we play T side, we want to trigger the abilities, we want to play maybe more slow. We expect the enemy do something, but they didn't, and
mhm.
this means our game plan is trash.
Yeah.
So we had to adapt also our game plan, and now it's more a reaction game plan, not methodical, but just go to find the aim fighter because I think we are one of the best team in aim. We have a luck in the team play, but if we take every single player with the aim, I think they are on point. So we decided for to play a more freedom play style with more one-to-one situation.
Mhm. And like, is it harder for you to prepare against like more structured teams, or do you struggle more to adapt like against teams on the fly, and why?
Honestly, I think versus constructed team like tier one team who has some reaction,
Hmm.
I think we can perform us better just because they follow what we are building. They are reacting. They have a reaction in our input, and we can play our play style. But now versus in the upcoming split, we should play differently for sure. At least for the Viral Dutch. If we pass, probably we are going to change the play style. But right now it will be more a loose style, freedom, no
Hmm.
constructed.
So like some coaches say that in order to be like a very successful team, you need to be able to play in a more like structured and static way, but also adapt on the fly. Do you agree with that?
Yes, for example, I'm looking right now the remaining batch of the BCT,
Hmm.
and I can see different team have a mix between this play style in to in our house.
Hmm.
We say static and dynamic when you play city side. If you, of course, if you find a mix is the best way. But at the same time, you must consider versus who's your opponent. If your opponent is Fan Plus, yeah, probably you are doing a good job. But if your opponent is any team of the Viral Dutch, maybe you should adapt more your play style in general. Yeah, your play style.
Hmm. Like, do you watch any other regions like apart from EMEA? Like, and if so, what regions do you really like to watch and why?
For sure the Spain, the Vera Spain, just because the caster are amazing. I really like the power they put. Also, I don't know, it's totally different. when you join in the stream in a Spain stream, everything is 100% better.
Yeah.
You can feel the emotion. You can feel you can. It's like you are in the game
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know how to describe, but I really like watch the LVP is
Yeah, LVP.
LVP. I really like to watch it.
Yeah, they bring a lot of emotion and energy to the game, the casters.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I really like it.
Like, do you take some like execute scrum strategies, inspiration in general, like from matches and from other teams that you think like will suit the playstyle of your team?
Uh, Half half. I mean, I understand we need more to play more execution.
Mm-hmm.
So we try the last split we played. We tried to play more constructed with go to rush. Okay, but how? This.
Mm-hmm.
But for sure for the next split, I want go to change because I really don't like be forced to play a specific playstyle. I want to play my playstyle and I want the enemy adapt to us. I really don't like follow someone. Like I don't like play the meta comp
Mm-hmm.
because if you play the meta comp, everyone know how you are playing, what is your default and everything. But if you play something that fit for your teammates, for your players, it's for sure unpredictable because you can build with them at specific playstyle.
Like, and in your opinion, what is like the strongest VLR right now, and why?
Oh wait, I have the name. But every time I forgot the name. Let me check. In my opinion, is the Polaris.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, where there is Alliance, Tundra, Excel, and Tenstar. Yeah. Polaris, I think Polaris are the the viral with the higher level, skill level.
And do you feel like there's a decent gap between Polaris and the others VLRs?
Um, at the beginning of the viral, I should have said yes, but now I think no because uh, I think in every viral there are at least two or three teams who can really compete versus the other top viral. I was really curious to see the cheese viral, but it's not possible. But yeah, for now I think the level is the same more or less. Yes,
And
maybe Polaris have one more step.
mhm. And like, who do you think is like the strongest region from the major region? Do you think EMEA is the best region, or is there on any other like region in the world? Do you think it's better than Europe right now?
I think EMEA is the better just because they have a good balance between skill and aim and setup like strategies
Hmm.
because if we consider only NA, they have yeah good aim, but the reaction, their composition. I remember there was a time where Phoenix was really on meta on Heaven, and in EMEA we started to play Phoenix on Heaven. But to me, it's no, I think EMEA at all. EMEA have the best balance between skill and strat.
So, what are Dsyre main goals for 2022?
2022 is win the Viral Dutch.
Hmm.
In the split two, they want to win the Viral Dutch and start to bring um, not to bring, sorry, start to win and to compete in the higher level. The goal is reach and play with um, in any split, in every split, in the Pro League, in
Hmm.
the VCT. Of course, this requires a lot of time. We need to understand fast what are the mistakes, how to fix these mistakes, but I really like the project, and this is why I decided to join Dsyre because the project is the same as me. So
Hmm.
why not?
And what like are your goals like as a coach for this year?
For this year, for sure, is prove to me first I'm able to compete at the higher level possible because I started as no name in the last year. Literally, I had zero achievement in
Hmm.
a weak background, just amateur, and now I'm here. So I really like how my way, what I'm building. But for sure, in this year this is the year where I want and I need to prove to myself first. I can compete as coach in the tier one. I really want to win and compete.
Is there anything else you want to say to the Desire fans, Enrico?
Uh, uh, Honestly, I didn't think about this, but yeah. Uh, For the upcoming split, I promise you, we aim to try to win at least, and to try to compete for the only one slot for the Viral Dutch. So support us, cheer for us, and follow Dsyre because it's a big org, and I think Dsyre deserve the follow of every single follower.
Thank you a lot, Enrico, for agreeing to do the interview. It was a pleasure to talk with you, and I hope you the best of luck for you in the upcoming VLR season, and I'm sure you're going to be able to prove yourself as a tier one coach in the future.
Thank you very much.